Open water swimming. The official season is now upon us, although there are some nutters that do it all year round. If you've ever wondered about the experience or just live near a lake and wanted to dip your toes in, pun definitely intended, then I went to have a chat with Laura Ansell, head coach and owner of TriSwim, who runs open water sessions for all abilities at a number of venues across Kent. And we came up with what we think you need to consider if you want to try open water swimming for the first time. Alright, so we're now going to share with you our tips that we think will help you get into the open water season, stay safe and enjoy it. And I was talking to Laura earlier, and I suggested that the first thing that you need to do is you need to come to a place where there is a company. It's not advisable to just go to any old lake and swim.
Not at all. And especially in England, all of the water is owned by somebody. So you have to be careful when you do find a lake that you're probably going to be trespassing. So it's always best to go, if you're very first time anyway, go find a company or someone that's running open water swim, a triathlon club or a proper dedicated company that you know that you'll be safe with.
And the benefit of that is also, like you say, you're safe and that you do familiarisations, don't you? I mean, I've just seen you do it twice now. People that are not necessarily confident in water, and you're helping them get there. So
obviously, it's such a step out coming from a pool to open water environment that it can be a little bit overwhelming. And when people come down, they want to be assured that the person looking out for them knows what they're doing, that they've been in the open water themselves, and they just share the advice, share the knowledge.
Definitely, and I know experienced swimmers that are freaked out when they can't see the bottom and stuff. So
exactly,
it's definitely advisable to come where there's someone already there.
Yeah.
The second one was, this would be my advice, 2 swim hats, because that's where you feel the cold the most, or I certainly feel like that.
Yeah, you lose the most heat from your armpits, your groin and your head. So especially this time of year where it's still very cold, 2 hats will keep the most amount of heat in your head. Second bit of advice for having 2 hats is if one rips, you've always got a backup.
Yeah, and some people are wearing neoprene, the real thick neoprene type hats, aren't they?
Absolutely.
Which are even better, I guess.
Yeah, so the neoprene obviously again keeps a little bit more heat in, and then we put another hat on top so that we can see where they are.
Yeah, that's a good shout. Yeah, wear a bright hat. That's a good one, isn't it? Third tip, and I know this may sound mental to say, but if you are new, wear a wetsuit. Because not only will it keep you a lot warmer, if you freak out there and you're quite far out, you want to at least be a little bit warm, but it provides buoyancy as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So your wetsuit works by keeping a very thin layer of water between you and the suit, which is going to help warm you up. So if you're new to open water swimming, you are going to feel the cold. So it makes sense to make it as comfortable an experience as possible.
Yeah.
And if you are training for a race, most of them are going to be wearing a wetsuit. So it makes sense to come down with a wetsuit.
And you want to come back.
Exactly.
You don't want to just do one, be too cold and never come back again.
Exactly.
So, and gloves and booties.
At the end of the day, if you feel cold and you've got something to train for, layer up. There's nothing wrong with layering up and get your training in, rather than going in being a bit macho without your stuff that you need, getting cold and not being able to get your training.
Next.
So if you're, again, new to open water swimming, or if you're returning to open water swimming after a prolonged break, really good practice to use probiotics. So for about a week to 2 weeks before you're planning on going to open water, or if you're doing a race, go down to your local supermarket or a chemist and get yourself some probiotics. The good flora and fauna in your tummy is going to help prevent nasty bugs that come in. Now, it is unlikely that you're going to get a bug, but again, if you are new to it, you have a slightly higher risk of getting something. So putting the good stuff into your tummy will prevent that. There is no such thing to Coke preventing tummy bugs, I'm afraid.
I was just about to say that. I've heard that is complete myth. I never do anyway. Coke does not work preventing any type of intestinal or stomach issues after you've swum.
If anything, it feeds it. So.
Right, next. What was it?
Take your time.
Oh yeah,
again,
that's the main one, I think.
When you come down here for the first time, it's different. You're going to have compression from your wetsuit on your chest. It's going to be cold. There's not going to be much clarity in the water, and it's all going to be a bit overwhelming. So don't come down thinking you're going to crack out 1,500 meters on your very first try. Come down, take your time, and have no goals whatsoever. In fact, your only goal should be just to come down and enjoy it. Anything else that happens on top of that is a bonus.
Yeah, agreed. So I'll just say thank you very much.
Thank you.
As always, hope that's been of benefit to you, and I will see you next week. If this video has helped you, then please give it the thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe for more tips and tutorials, and I'll see you Sunday.